Welcome, Gemini. This is for you when you have clicked on this reading, Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising, or if you resonate, or if you feel guided to watch this video. So do messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini for 2026. Messages for Gemini going into 2026. And see what to expect. Messages for Gemini 2026. All right. Messages, the internal child. Eternal child. All right. On the bottom, the Queen. Feminine energy coming in. All right, I feel like you're really embracing your feminine power, you're taking your power back, you're embodying this energy of the Queen, which is, she stands proudly with the King. She is the benevolent energy. She works as a nurturing, the emotional place, very forgiving energy. So I feel like you are taking your power back. You're standing your ground in a place where I feel like it's a softer energy. You know, you're bringing out qualities in yourself that from the lessons that have been learned in the past, I feel like past 2-3 years. All right, so Gemini and the eternal child. All right. Also, Uranus has just come out of your sign recently. It's been there since 2018. So if you go back to 2018, and I feel like this is kind of encompassing all of that energy, reflection, no longer feeling like things are happening to you in the worst ways, but embodying what has been taught. So really bringing out the growth, I feel like, the growth, the harmony, the places that I feel like, and the eternal child, that is the child that constantly, that is within all of us. So it's embracing something within yourself, and I feel like it's embodying many things about, a lot of things in the external world have really brought to you to a place of understanding your inner world much more. This is for Gemini. All right. Child of the cosmos. So eternal child and child of the cosmos. All right. So yeah, I feel like you were born to embrace the part about yourself, to reflect back to the collective, really allowing yourself to enjoy those qualities, embrace qualities about yourself you may not have always understood. Light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation, star bathing. Yeah, and I feel like it's this cleansing that's been going on within you, has activated. It's like releasing the old, so activating this new. Crystal healing. So I feel like you're in an extremely fast-paced energy right now. You're getting a lot of downloads. And I feel like this is really shifting these cycles, balancing out what was needed to bring you to a place of where you are now, and you're shifting into, you really needed to embrace those moments that have, I was gonna say captivated, but almost like captured your energy, and it allowing it to really be healed, embracing all those parts as a whole, as a cycle, as a completion, to closing traumas, letting go of anything that was keeping you stuck in a place of the world reflecting onto you so much that I feel like it has almost like concentrated so much of your energy, where this is embracing all and rejecting none. It allows a different point of view, and you see something about yourself that you didn't see before. And I feel like so that almost like embracing things that we reject about ourselves. And I feel like right now you are activating parts about yourself that are bringing out gifts, stronger gifts. All right, so the eternal child. The forgotten parts, the forgotten. We'll do the queen first. The empress, the mother queen, the sovereign. Embodiment of grace, courage, resolve, and stillness. Yeah, I feel like this is like letting go of all of the parts that all right, so yeah, it's a dualistic nature, and I feel like that's the balance. One shifting, weighing onto another, and I feel like it's when you're in a positive energy, uplifts the spirits of others, and when in a negative, falls into contemptuous mood, casting a shadow across the land. If the king is the ego, the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. The lotus bloom, the dancer's bow, the mood radiant reflection. To be the benevolent leader, to embody the queen is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. So it all comes back to, I feel like, how the world has reflected a deeper view on yourself, and it's kind of coming back to who you are, shedding all of the images, so the eternal child is connected to the timeless, ageless, and infinite aspects of life. It's radiant and fearless, seeks joy above all else and at any cost. It struggles being bound. It struggles being bound to an aging body with physical limitations in a world that demands attention. To detail and logistics, the eternal child wants to nix all the rules and responsibilities and go beyond what others say is possible. It wants to return to the land of the free and also embrace this with others. So I feel like there was an expression of oneself that held on to other people's negative qualities, and it almost became a reflection of yourself, where it was needing to be brought out, to be seen, to be illuminated. So to embody this energy, it was to come present within it, understand it, and then heal it. Over attention to detail is almost becoming over using power to control other people's, almost like it's a power struggle over control. Needing to let one's guard down and represent the joy in the world, bring out the joy. I feel like the queen is that leader. She leads with expression, which can sometimes feel heavy, way down, like lead, where right now it's feeling of being free. It's almost like it's freeing yourself, is freeing the world, freeing others from the delusions of what the world has reflected on all of us. So this is to remind us all of what is possible, what is magical about this precious life. allowing creativity to pour from the sky. Sip from the well of eternal youth. I feel like this is like leading others down the same path, where the queen, maybe the attention to detail was not, at a certain point, was becoming almost obsessed with how things would unfold, how people healed, where I feel like healing comes from all of us on our own journey. It's sacred to each one's journey. It cannot be done all the same way. And I feel like that's that freedom to express yourself in your own way, freedom to be who you are so you can heal what that heaviness was. So to accept all, and that's that Kairos, is accept all, rejects none. This is all about timing. Time represents a place not within. We all have our own divine timing, and we don't all, I feel like, heal at the same pace or at the same time. And I feel like that's where that emotional burden can weigh heavy. Expectations of one's healing, the empty room. It's almost like the perception has to come from within each one of us. You can't force somebody to see something they don't see. It's a journey within themselves to activate. It's all of the pieces of the journey come back to a deeper meaning, come back to almost like shedding all of the personas, all of the things that we pick up along the way, and seeing things from a different perspective almost comes from a place of shutting out the rest of the world, going into a place of isolation, and suddenly seeing things differently. What looked empty once before is and endless was limitless. So from what before seemed impossible is now possible, and it comes from a place of reminding yourself that creativity comes deep within you, and it's within a place of allowing yourself to free that curiosity, the playfulness, and the joys of life, not to get too weighed down and stuck in the mud. For it's all about the way we're seeing the world, your own viewpoint, and it gets too stuck in the details, it tend to forget life needs to flow. The imperfect is what is sacred about yourself, the things that make us all different, the things that the flaws, the mistakes. Those are the things that activate the healing process, and it allows emotions, expressions to be free to discover so many places of so many dead ends, or things that look like they're nothing are actually places that are perfect for creativity to blossom. To one, an empty room, and to another, it's an endless place, endless space. It's almost like a dark void, thinking there's nothing there when it's actually, there's so much. If there's nothing to focus your eyes on, one thing, one detail. But when you kind of look back and see the space as a never-ending room to grow, it's unlimited. It's all about the way you see things. And I feel like that's that allowing that deeper vision of we all have our own way to express ourselves, and those flaws, those mistakes are those places of curiosity. All right, we're going to do a little bit of tarot, Gemini. Get a little deeper into your inner world, the endless space of creativity. It's almost like this is a place where you just need to be creative, curious, and not focus too much on the way things need to turn out, because that's when the universe likes to kind of trip us up when we're so sure something's going to happen. You know, the universe likes to surprise us. That way you're able to, almost like those wrongs are teachings. Just when you think you know everything, there is a whole other place of growth. You never stop growing. That's why you're constantly going through these challenges. But to remember that you are here to bring joy, bring love, to let go of fear. Fear is a place that tells you you cannot, when anything is possible. The Chariot, there's been a lot of, I feel like a lot of fast-paced movement, a lot of different, I feel like life has just been pulling you so fast. It's like leaving one thing behind and starting something else, and it's almost like it does trip you up. It does feel like there's fast movement, and you almost don't have time to even think. But this movement is to trip you up. Nine of Pentacles. So the Chariot, number 7, Cancerian energy. And then we have Nine of Pentacles, Virgo. So I feel like this is healing those places where constantly doing the things the same way. I feel like that's where this really fast-paced movement coming in. It's allowing challenges to come in. So it's almost like it trips you up, so you can't do things the same way. There was something you're missing, and it is all about harvesting growth, planting seeds to harvest opportunities. Nine of Pentacles, it's that independent growth, doing things on your own, doing things differently. I feel like this is fast unfolding energy is to get you to allow growth to come in, but it's almost like you're needing to see something that was causing you a lot of setbacks doing things a certain way, and there was a different path that has steered you off of your usual path. It's a healing, the harvesting, the abundance. It's all about that feminine energy, the knowledge behind what the universe is trying to show you is growth happens when you activate things that you didn't see before. Only looking at something from one angle. And I feel like the universe is wanting you not to work harder, but to use your knowledge, use those hiccups, use the things that are unique about yourself. Those are your superpowers, those gifts. And the way you work may not be like others. All of us working all the same way and getting the same result it doesn't really work like that. I feel like we all have certain things that we do. it could be as simple as activating parts of yourself, listening to frequency music, reading a book, slowing down and paying attention. It's not about the fast pace, but it's like intentions, all about intentions. Judgment, the call, the reckoning. And then there's music notes. Yeah, there's something that was needing to be seen about where you put your energy and it's almost like you're using your resources that you already had picked up. Not dropping them along the way because you're speeding by and not noticing, feeling like you're a little bit lost. But there's something to see in the journey that you're needing to pick up. And the universe is calling to you. It's speaking very loud, wanting you to move at your pace of rhythm, not speeding by life, not noticing, not paying attention to what the signs are, what the universe is trying to tell you, there's intentions behind what you're picking up along the way. There's things about yourself that you're discovering, and I feel like this place of confusion, maybe this place of needing to, with this timeless energy, feeling racing through time is not the key. Playing your own melody. It's not concentrating about getting the job done, but what job you're focusing on. I feel like there's something that you are needing to see about what has been a phase that you have already gone through. You're meant to use that to work your magic. It sounds like you have the magic touch, but following your own beat, recognizing what you are putting out there is going to come back in abundance. But missing that point leads to, it's like you have the knowledge, the timeless knowledge. I feel like the lost knowledge, like the knowledge that it's always been within the world, but it needed to be activated by recognizing growth was needing to happen, but recognizing your skills, almost like trading skills, I feel like creates abundance. Trading seeds with others. It's almost like if you had apple seeds and somebody had orange seeds, trading seeds, growth, shifting the growth is activating a new way of doing things, a new way of moving with almost like embodying this energy of believing before you see. We have the Page of Cups. I feel like there was a lack of creativity with this Page of Cups. There was a lack of believing. And then just kind of getting messy with the almost getting messy and not paying attention to the signs, not paying attention to the lessons learned, is the knowledge that it shifts you into your own rhythm, your own beat, your own flow. It works with you. You don't, so instead of working harder, faster, it's like almost like using the tools, using those opportunities that work for you. Not getting lost in the mess of life. The success comes from always trying to it's almost like using your creativity, knowing that you have a certain aspect about yourself, but then being kind of lost in that energy and not putting it into the rewards, reaping your rewards, planting those seeds, getting started on the painting and not finishing it. So the rewards come when you understand success is not something that it's not something that you materialize. Success is something that you embody in a new way of peace, a new way of working that doesn't break. I feel like this doesn't break. It doesn't break a new way. It's almost like using your fuel to go around in circles and always choosing to fix the problems instead of seeing the solution as a piece of knowledge, an idea, a perception, and putting that into the way you move, the way you move forward with a vision that doesn't cost you, that just doesn't break the bank, and that Eight of Cups. Queen of Pentacles, growth, seeds, planting these seeds to nourish these next stages. And I feel like there was something that was needing to take a new path, take the river to a place that was deepening who you are, deepening the connections with growth, letting life flow naturally, not constantly disrupting your energy. Yeah, being hasteful, being so focused on certain things that other things lack. So this is remembering to kind of that essence of nurturing who you are, nurturing the flow of life, expressing new parts of yourself. It's always going to be uncomfortable truths. It's always going to be roads you never traveled. Those are the places you grow the most. The universe is within you. And what you are being shown is so that you can grow your own success. Evolution at no cost. And the value of love, the value of how you move, and the value of who you are is important part of creating a space, a constant flow where life will grow beautifully. All right, and I feel like your expression of yourself, the cycles, I feel like this is, you are bringing in a big shift. Shifting evolution. All right, till next time. Bye.